overworld glitches that can make these glitches required. And so we're going to kind of explain them as we get to them. But the runners are getting started, and we got 20 bucks in the first house.
Oh, well, let's say going for an interesting start, maybe go up to the castle. He's going to be checking that pole tier 1, and there's nothing interesting on Highly Island.
Yeah, that's sort of a more of a no major glitches start, but it's not a bad start either way. Benteezy doing more what I'm used to in overworld glitches, checking the Highly Island because we can get that right away, and then running over to Sahashwala. Since we start with the boots, we don't need to worry about bombs here. We can just bonk open the wall. OC finding 300 bucks. The uncle chest. And a bottle.
That bottle will be nice for Kakariko.
Yeah, for sure. Benteezy finding a heart container, but not really much of interest in Sahashwala's hut. That's of interest, though. That's the moon pearl.
That's a very early pearl. In overworld glitches, oh, there's a map check. Pendants on Hera, green on Eastern, and a normal crystal on Desert. But yeah, in overworld glitches, pearl can actually show up pretty late because some of the glitches of logic expects you to do can be stuff like getting into dungeons as a bunny and then dying and reviving to get back to Link state. So sometimes you'll see pearls in Skull Woods or the like.
Yeah, I actually just played a seed today where you were required to go into Ice Palace to get the pearl. So stuff like that can happen. So whenever you see a pearl in a place like Sanctuary, it's always nice. OC finding some bombs, Benteezy as well from the bush crabs. Always nice to get a few bombs before you head into Kakariko. And checking the lumberjack ledge, just a heart container there. Not going to be too worried about that.
Yep.
By the way, our tracker for today is Sammy Mass. I hope I'm saying that right. So shout outs to them for helping us run this stream a little more smoothly so we know what's going on. Both players now checking out Lost Woods. We got our heart piece, and in the drop down we have the hammer.
That's a big one.
Alright, so with just a moon pearl and hammer, we have a lot of the world open already. We can get up to Death Mountain, we can do quite a bit of stuff up there. We can actually beat Tower of Hera if it's not fire locked. And we can go in... Sorry?
No, go ahead.
As I say, we can go into the Dark World. We could even go into places like Thieves Town if we wanted to. Because we can clip up to the mountain, we can use the Dark World portal there, and then clip down from the mountain, and we can explore most of the Dark World. But first, runners are going to go into Kakariko, which makes sense. We've got a lot of items in here. There's a cape, not really super useful in overworld glitches, but it is a nice little safety, especially when we're on kind of low health at the start.
It does let you do a couple of nice cheese strats in some fights too.
Yeah. And of course, it does actually open up Spike Cave already. Not too often you're only 4 minutes in and Spike Cave is fully in logic, but that's the case right now.
Yep.
Oh, actually, it's not fully in logic. We need gloves, but oh, that's an easy detail to forget. Both runners just trading places now.
Just some very standard no major glitches routing until they get south of Kakariko, and then we'll start seeing some more clipping.
Yeah, I think most likely both players going to do the rest of Kakariko and probably clip down into Desert and check that out. No fire source, so we won't be able to finish it, but we can at least check the front and a couple of the overworld checks that are near that area as well.
Yeah, it's quick enough and high density enough that you usually see people dip it when they're down there in overworld glitches, no matter whether it's crystal or pendant. And if they can't get into the back because they don't have a fire source, usually they hope they can run it later with mire.
And OC with that bottle, able to check the sick kid, just 20 rupees there, so Benteezy won't be really missing much. And Benteezy going to check the library, and that's a Quake medallion. So we'll pick that up just in case we need it for Misery Mire. Turtle Rock, we rarely need the medallion for unless you accidentally keylock yourself out. But normally you can clip into the middle of Turtle Rock, and that'll mean... Oh, Benteezy actually going to save and quit, not go into Desert.
Yeah. That's a definitely interesting choice.
Yeah. Maybe he decides he wants to, wait for a fire source, or maybe the gloves, so he can also get Checkerboard Cave on the way.
Looks like he's heading to the South Shore, though. And OSI going for the more standard clip to desert choice at that point.
Question: can he clip without sword? Yes. Some clips are mostly easier with a sword, but they're usually still possible without the sword.
Yeah, you can still hold your arm out like you've got a sword even when you don't have one for keeping your sprite facing in the right direction. And all the swordsman clips you can do with just regular boots clips, just a bit slower usually.
And OC getting a hint that a unique item is held with the fishes, so that could mean Zora or Catfish. So I'm sure he'll be making sure to check those locations out as soon as he can.
Benteezy, oh, the bow for OSA, that's very nice early on.
Yeah, for sure. Benteezy probably going to be wanting that. We do have Eastern Palace as a pendant. We don't know what pod is, but if that's the other pendant, we could actually have a situation where the bow is not required if the players can do a sort of recently discovered mimic clip, which allows you to get past the bow requirement in Gan's Tower. But of course, we have to wait and see on a Dark World map check because the bow is hard required for Palace of Dark.
I haven't seen any mimic clipping myself yet in this tournament, though it's not surprising considering it's a more recently discovered thing and it requires a lot of one-frame inputs.
Yeah, it's definitely a very difficult trick to pull off, and it's not useful very often, but when it does come up, it can definitely be a huge advantage if you know it and your opponent doesn't.
Yeah, definitely not something you can just start working into your runs having just heard about it or seen it like you can with some of the standard clips.
Benteezy with that red boomerang gonna actually stun the guards and check the stun prize. So with the boomerang and hookshot in rando, well, in vanilla normally when you stun an enemy, it will always give you a green rupee. But in rando, that item is randomized, but it's the same within the seed. So in this case, I think it gave him a heart. So anytime he stuns an enemy and kills it, it will always give him a heart. So that can be kind of useful information later on. If you get into a tight situation, you can stun some enemies and just grab some hearts. OC finding $300 at Agnes Cave.
And with that, he'll be able to do the check Zora for that possibly unique item when he gets around to there, possibly from the South Shore.
Yeah, OC now gonna clip up, go to Cave 45. This one of those tricks that's a little more. Oh, he's transitioned at the wrong place. Got to transition up there to get to Cave 45. Benteezy checking out the front of Escape. So far, Benteezy's been doing a very sort of no major glitches type of route. OC now, I'm not sure what he's doing here. I don't think there's anything left in Desert he can do. Oh, he doesn't have the gloves, so that makes it little... Okay, now I don't know what this clip is. Okay, this is some kind of map wrap I'm not familiar with. Okay,
Yeah.
Desert to Zora. Oh, that's neat. I've definitely heard about that one. I haven't seen it before, so that's kind of cool. There's a lamp on the Zora ledge. We can't get that right now, but he could come back with a stored water walk, or he could have clipped up there if he wanted to. Benteezy, meanwhile, is going to do a Death Mountain ascent. This is kind of a standard way to get up Death Mountain. And Zora giving us a hook shot, so there's our unique item from a fish.
Yeah, some nice items up in Zora's domain. Benteezy gotta go up and down a bit there to fix his camera, otherwise when he goes into the old man cave, it could take up to 2 minutes to fully transition.
And I just want to shout out to Tensai Shun. Don't know how to say that, but yeah, that's a year-long worth of subs, so thanks for supporting us.
Benteezy getting some good use out of that boomerang to navigate the dark room. And now Oase is down to the south shore, and after clearing it out the no major glitches way, he's probably going to get off Ice Rod Cave and then check the Waterfall Ferry.
Benteezy, meanwhile, going to head up Death Mountain. And also going to check out Mini Moldorm. And there's a fire shield. Probably not going to be worth the time for Benteezy to pick up. A lot of players just jump in to go there because even if the item is worthless, you can still check the hint, which could be something. And Benteezy going to do this kind of standard clip that gets you over to East Death Mountain with no items required.
One of those big workhorse clips, especially early on, that makes it easier to get. Oh, there's the flute. Might actually see it activated with how early they found it.
Yeah, Benteezy not going to bother. Probably figures it's not worth the time to do that clip to pick it up, and then I have to go activate it later. But it's kind of a wash sometimes whether it's worth it to get the flute. It's never required in Overworld glitches, but it can be a time save depending on how much you actually use it. And Benteezy down to 1 heart. He's going to be really careful here in Spike Cave. He does not have that hook shot, and killing mini Moldorms with the hammer is not really that fun. But gets a sword out of it, so that's worth the trip.
Yeah, a lot easier to get out with that sword than with just the hammer.
OC meanwhile stored a water walk in Ice Rod Cave, so you just dash along the side of the pit and it stores a water walk. And now he's going to fake flipper, so the water walk will stay stored.
Yeah, he's gonna keep the water walk, presumably for that ledge item.
Yeah, so he checked that earlier, there was a lamp, so since he doesn't have a fire source, he definitely wants to pick that up. Benteezy, meanwhile, into Paradox Cave. Finds a mirror and another sword.
Very nice start there.
So, East Death Mountain so far, a lot of value.
And OSA is going for that lamp now, it seems like.
And rest of Paradox Cave. Oh, there is the King of
Yeah,
Samaria. And OC unfortunately has not done the water walk correctly. I think
he did
when
have
you sorry, go ahead.
the water walk was activated, so it got used up when he jumped. When he jumped, he didn't get a water walk again.
Yeah, I think there is something to do with going into the cave and then moving left or right. I forget the exact details about that, but yeah, it's very easy to screw that one up. So he'll, I'm sure he'll come back for that later if he doesn't find a fire rod, because you definitely that lamp could be required.
I'm surprised
Benteezy,
he. No, I'm surprised he didn't go for the clip to the ledge from near it. Like there's a pretty easy swordsman clip.
yeah, that can be done as well. Um, but I think he wishes he had that lamp now. Benteezy, meanwhile, heading over towards East Dark Death Mountain. So you can get the Super Bunny chests. He can. He doesn't have the gloves, so he can't go into Hookshot Cave the easy way. There is a clip to get in there from the back to get one item, possibly more if you can hover. And also, he can go into Turtle Rock, and with that King of Samaria, he can clear out a good amount of that dungeon if he finds the big.
And there's a Overworld check, pendant on Swamp, and red crystals on Misery Mire and Pod. So bow is going to be required this seed.
Yeah, Benteezy gonna. Oh, he's gonna check Mimic Cave first. We do have the mirror and the hammer, so we can do this. Do you know if is there a clip that gets you into Mimic Cave without the mirror?
There is, but it's pretty involved, and I can't do it off the top of my head for sure. I've seen clips of it though.
I'm pretty sure it's not in logic either way. So,
Oh, absolutely not.
and OC heading into Tower of Hera gets the big key, so he doesn't need the lamp to finish the dungeon. Although we don't know if there is an item in the basement or not. He's actually not going to finish Hera. It is a pendant, so he doesn't necessarily need to. But it's possible he's leaving an item behind there. Benteezy, meanwhile, let's see how he's going to go about Turtle Rock. Is he going to steal the key and go and check the front, or is he just going to check the lava chest right away?
Yeah, he tried to do the easy sword spin kill for those pokies, but it doesn't quite work unless you have tempered or higher.
Yeah, without like a tempered sword or fire rod or something, a Pokey is not fun to kill. And he is going to take the key and go check the lava chest. So by doing this, there is the possibility that he may be key locking himself out and then require the medallion for Turtle Rock.
Yeah, he's got to depend on finding a small key to get out of the Chain Chomp's room.
And also you can do a clip up here, which will bring him up into the clouds, which gets him over to East Death Mountain, I guess a little quicker. I mean, he has a hammer, so no real need to do that, but it also lets him get the item on Floating Island if he wants it, which is the flute.
And Benteezy got his small key so he can check out the rest of the front door, at least the part that isn't fire locked.
Ooh, unfortunately, missing that Pokey, taking a death there. Let's see if he goes back for that. No, he's just going to save and quit. But at the very least, he knows that he will not need that Turtle Rock medallion. I don't even know if that was checked yet. OC now heading into Spiral Cave is going to be happy to find his first sword in here. And Benteezy, meanwhile, doing the Hera clip. So let's see if he decides to go deeper into Hera than OC did.
It's quick enough to at least check everything before the boss, and if you're good at Mulder, not too long to check Mulder either. So it's possible. Yeah, he's going for it.
And he is, yeah. Yeah, with the hammer or the Master Sword, it only takes 3 hammer hits or 3 Tempered Sword spins. Or, sorry, Master Sword spins to take down Moldorm, so it's not a hard fight.
And it skips that very annoying fast phase when you get him just 1 health away from death. Also another hint up here for Benteezy that could prove valuable.
Well, that is not a valuable hint, but he is going to bomb jump across. Oh, he got an interesting setup here. Okay, gets it. And that's a small key. Didn't want to see that. And he's not going to go fight Moldorm. That's an interesting decision. At this point, there's a 50-50 chance of an item being on Moldorm. But given that you're already up there, personally, I would go ahead and kill Moldorm.
Yeah, especially with Master Sword and Hammer at his disposal. But it is a bit of a gamble, and maybe he figures that won't pay off.
Benteezy now going to do Death Mountain Descent. This is the standard way of getting to most of the Dark World when you don't have normal Dark World access.
And sometimes even when you do have normal Dark World access, it's just a bit faster to go from here.
We do see Quake Medallion is the required medallion for Turtle Rock, so no worries about getting key locked now.
And I think that was a red rupee on top of Bumper Cave.
Yeah, we have the cape, but we actually don't even need it to get that item. We can just clip right up there. Piece of heart requires a green pen. That's
using the cape.
Yeah, that is very good information for OC. He knows that there's no reason to finish off Eastern Palace, unless, of course, that pedestal is required, or there's an item actually on Armos. And Benteezy finding a fire rod, or the ice rod rather, in Skull Woods. With Turtle Rock Crystal, that's definitely going to be required.
Oh, he's doing middle to front first.
Yeah, I like this route. It gives you a better chance to get a small key, which makes your routing just a little more nice in the front of Skull Woods, since you can use this shortcut door. Not that it would have mattered, since there was a small key in there anyway. And ooh, OC getting chain chomped.
Yeah, things hit pretty hard in Total Rock for someone with only green armor and very low hearts.
Yeah. And OC gonna, what's he gonna do next? He's gonna, right, he died, so he remembered that he was in the, so when you die in a glitch mode in a dungeon in the Dark World, it sends you into what's called the fake light world if you haven't defeated Aghanim. It's kind of a weird quirk, but it's important to remember when you're playing in a glitch mode. But basically, the game in the light world, but you've exited from a Dark World dungeon, so on that screen it'll show up as the Dark World, but you'll actually be in the light world. It's kind of a confusing concept.
Yeah, it sets the global world state as light world because you died, but you exit directly to a Dark World screen, and when you transition, it fixes that and puts you on the equivalent Light World map.
And I'm not sure what OC's doing here. Is this... Was he trying to do Hookshot Cave Clip?
It looks like it. I don't see any other reason to clip there.
Yeah, but he... I don't think he clipped at the right spot, so he's going to have to save him quick. And there's our fire rod in Thievestown. That's a great find for Benteezy.
That means you can finish up Skull Woods while he's here.
We can also finish up Turtle Rock, too.
Oh yeah, that's fully in logic now.
And OC also going to go for the Death Mountain Descent, it looks like. Using a nice little spin speed clip to do it. I haven't seen that before, but that's nice. Yeah, there's a mirror. I kind of wonder why it doesn't go and check Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb, since he was kind of right there. But, oh well.
Yeah, Boots makes those free if you've got the mirror ones to get to the Dark World.
Alright, so OC now also in the Village of Outcasts. Looks like he's going to skip out on Skullwoods for now, which won't hurt him too bad because he'll get the Fire Rod in Thievestown, and that'll give him a good reason to go right back to Skullwoods, where he will find the Ice Rod.
Yeah, neither of them is really a bad choice, but in this case, OSA's choice is paying off for him a bit more because of the Fire Rod here.
And there's Blue Mail. That's pretty nice.
And no glove means Benteezy has to do the rare case of actually having to kill enemies in the kill room.
Yeah.
And that means no small key so far means the small key has to be locked in the big chest. So that's lucky
Yeah,
for
that's always
Benteezy.
nice. We have the hammer, so it's not a big deal, but still saves you a bit of time. You don't have to check that one. Alright, Benteezy gonna head up to the blind fight. We get our blind pun. Winter is a great time to chill. I agree. It's a fire rod for OC.
Very nice blind kill from Benteezy. Not taking any damage, doing this just right.
So Benteezy gonna go get his blue mail. And the question is he gonna go back up and finish off Skullwoods right now, or just gonna maybe save that for later and head down, maybe check out the Mire area? Looks like he's... Oh, he wants to check Sickhead first. That's... Yeah, heads up play, you're right here, might as well.
And it looks like he's going back up to oh, he's checking the rest of the Village of Outcast checks.
Interesting, I didn't check this before going into Thievestown, but okay.
It does look like he's skipping Skullwoods for now.
Yeah, I don't remember if he got both items out of schools. There was definitely the ice rod in there.
I think it was only the one item.
But, okay, here's the dig game. Pretty quick dig there, and gets a heart piece. And decides not to go for Maya just yet. Maybe you can check Stumpy first.
So I bombed the attic floor.
And Benteezy, oh right, he hasn't been to Desert, so he's going to check K45 the no glitches way.
Wonder if we're going to be seeing him routing in the rest of the standard desert checks while he's in the mire area.
No.
Hmm.
It's that's kind of surprising. He can full clear. Well, he doesn't have the lamp, so that may be one reason he doesn't want to go into Mire. But I would at least check the medallion and check the Mire shed, even if you don't want to go into Mire.
And he's trying to get a swordspin clip to get past that rock he needs a love for. Finally got. Personally, I prefer to just get into the right position and then select buffer the input. Otherwise it can be a bit slippery.
And Benteezy, you can check out Hype Cave as OC finished off blind. Hey, there's a Tempered Sword. So no progression in there, but the Tempered Sword's very nice.
Yeah, having at least tempered makes a lot of bosses a lot easier, especially Ganon.
And also remembering, you can do super speed off the Thieves Town entrance. Benteezy now gonna head over to the South Shore checks, Ice Rod Cave, probably do some fake flippering, I would guess.
Ice Rod to Zora's area, I guess.
Yeah, so he will get his hook shot off Zora if he does that. And also gonna clip into the Mire area. He has a fire rod now, so he can also finish off Desert while he's here. And we need Bombos for Mire, so we're gonna have to find that. Not much in the Mire shed.
Yeah, you can't feel too bad about nothing in the mire shed. It's an easy enough check to make when you're in the area.
Yeah. And also was gonna leave, but is now, I don't know where he's going now.
Yeah, Benteezy surprisingly using his water walk to get to Hobo and only getting a red rupee for the trouble. He does have the pearl, so he'll be able to get a pearl water walk, leaving the Waterfall Fairy Cave when he gets up there.
And OC, I'm surprised he didn't finish off Desert while he was there. I don't know if they got both items, but besides, just gonna go check the Swamp Pit, okay. And that's not of any use.
Yeah, the hints don't seem very nice on this seed. Oh, we're gonna see what's in the bottle refill from the Waterfall Fairy. And it's just a freebie.
So, we are starting to actually get kind of close to go mode. We need still the flippers. We need that Bombos Medallion, and we need the gloves to finish Ice Palace. But besides that, that's it. That's all we need.
Do we need the
So,
flippers though? Because
oh,
house is
swamp is
pendant.
a pendant, right? So we don't necessarily need the flippers unless there is something important in swamp. So we really just need a glove and a Bombus medallion. So this is kind of one of those seeds where what you often see in Overworld glitches, you get most of your gun mode items really quickly, but then there's one or two others that take you a while to find. So this could be a jet seed, or it could be one of those scavenger hunt seeds. We still have to wait and see.
Hoping for a jet seed, but expecting hunt for go mode items.
Yeah, so we got looks like OC might be making a play for Ganon's Tower. This makes a lot of sense. He can clear out. He can actually full clear Ganon's Tower right now, I think. Yeah, I can. So this makes a lot of sense.
And with no junk fill in overworld glitches and early access, that means there's a very good chance of progression items up here in all these checks.
Yeah, Benteezy, meanwhile, gonna make the play to full clear Turtle Rock. And also finding that big key right away.
And there's one of those magic cape uses even in overworld glitches.
Yeah, there's a funny little glitch here. When you are using the cape, if you grab onto a wall while you're using the cape, for some reason it just doesn't drain magic. Yeah, this is kind of one of those places where you often use it in this tile room. Just grab onto the wall and just wait till everything's done, and it's easy.
And with the tempered Benteezy can do the nice sword spin pokey quick kill.
And gets a convenient small key out of that tile room, which allows him to go straight to the right side.
I wonder if he's going to go all the way to Ice Armos or just going to mirror out from the compass room.
Yeah, he'll probably, since he doesn't have that ice rod, I would expect he'll be full clearing Ganon's Tower regardless.
Yeah, he's gonna just snag that free small key and mirror out. Pretty standard play since the rest of the right side is slow and annoying.
Alright, so here comes the bulk of our checks in GT. So far, just a couple of money.
Ooh,
Nice, silver arrows. Not required, but definitely will make life a lot easier on a number of boss fights. Benteezy making his way through the maze in the dark in Turtle Rock.
And we'll see if there's anything going on Laser Bridge for chests here. I'm using Burner to cheese out the last couple of chests, since he'll be getting a full magic refill just before trying X.
Yeah, so not much of value on Laser Bridge, but there could be something on track. Lucy, meanwhile, making his way to Rando Room. Gets a shovel and a
Ooh.
powder, so a couple of fetch quests.
Yeah, everybody loves those fetch quests.
And here's the Trinex fight for Benteezy. Shouldn't be too difficult with the Tempered Sword, although he's a bit low on health, so does have to be kind of careful.
Yeah, moving out of the way to avoid that head. He's familiar with the timing.
OC remembering to go over that GT big chest. If you don't play a lot of glitch modes, it can be easy to forget that, since you almost never check that in non-glitch mode, but sometimes it can have an important item. And there's some bombs from Benteezy. Very nice Trinex fight.
Ooh,
and there's our bombos medallion. So we are just looking for a glove. And with 2 of them in the world, I shouldn't have too much trouble finding one.
Yeah, odds are looking good for a decent seed. Half magic.
Hey, half magic. Saw a number of nice items in GT left side, and OC just going to go straight up. Why not?
It looks like Benteezy might be following on to GT right behind Oase.
Yeah, he doesn't have that bow, so I don't know if Benteezy can do the mimic clip or not. But do you remember where the bow was?
I think it was down in the Desert Palace or somewhere else in that area, because Benteezy didn't go that way.
Alright, well, Desert is a crystal, so I'm sure he'll be there soon enough. Also, gotta be real careful here, down to 1 heart. There is a little fairy room after here, but he can't take any more damage before he hits that.
He might use Burna just to be safe on his way there, especially since there's a free full magic refill. Oh, he's using the cape. Less leg frames. Two fairies, a bomb, and passing up the full magic refill. Guess he figures
with half magic and silver arrows, he's got plenty of offensive power here, so don't think he's too worried about it.
Yeah, there are a couple more full magic refills still ahead in Ganon's tower, so you'll be fine.
Chex and Fiarmi, we're trying to remember that too. I think it was in Desert Palace or near Desert Palace.
Yeah, because he got it early and Benteezy didn't go that way, so that would be the obvious location.
Also gonna powder that bunny beam, get a fairy out of it.
Unfortunately, powdering that does mean he gets all 3 Landmos coming out at the same time.
Yeah, not able to get 2 cycles, or not even 3 cycles. A little bit annoying, but gets it in 4.
Yeah, I think it's because it's on the same super tile as the room with the bunny beam, so you gotta get through that bunny beam room quick if you want to get them to come out normally. Nice execution of the Wizrow, Broom, Samaria strats there. falling off.
Yeah, he's gonna just wait for that torch to reset. I think he might have still been able to get it if he was quick, but he decides he just wants to wait.
And Benteezy going for the Burna ice on those strats because he doesn't have the bow.
Yeah, Armos with no bow is always annoying, and that half magic would be helpful, but it's locked behind the Armos. We'll see up to Moldorm 2.
One last check for him after this, which he will make because still looking for that one go mode item.
Well, he also needs that ice rod, which is in Skull Woods.
Oh, yeah.
So it is a crystal, and no glove there. So Ganon's Tower does provide us with the required Bombos medallion, but we're still on the hunt for a glove.
There are a few dungeons, or else I can full clear with what he's got, so hopefully the glove will be in one of those.
On to Aga 2. Ooh. Not getting very nice patterns here. Gets a double on that one. And gets it done.
Yeah, did the best he could with those patterns, I think.
And I would expect him probably just to jump straight into pod after this, since this will place him right at the pyramid.
That'd be a good choice from there. Lots of checks to make, and it's fully clearable for him. And he knows he technically has access to the lamp, so all of pod is in logic, even if he doesn't have the lamp.
Looks like actually he's going to do something different. He's going to mirror and check Uncle, or check Escape actually. Not a bad choice either. You are right here.
Oh, Benteezy actually gonna go all the way down the right side instead of just snagging the free key.
He hasn't checked the big chest yet.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good reason to go down this way. And meanwhile, OSA is clearing out Escape. It's not gonna find him the items he needs down this way, but he doesn't know that, so from what he knows, it's a good choice. There is a pretty high chance of progression items in Escape, even though you usually don't see it until like halfway through an Overworld Glitches run like this, just because of routing concerns. Oh, Benteezy was trying to go for the graveyard ledge clip there, but didn't get the inputs quite right. That one requires you to slide down the wall and then clip through with the spin speed you already have armed, and then press the right inputs before and after you land to get it right. And they can get to Ganon after they've cleared Ganon's tower, but he will call them a dingus and become invincible in the 4th phase if they haven't completed the goal of the seed. So the Rando developers thankfully prevented Overworld glitched seeds from ending really soon, regardless of goal, which would make these less interesting.
Benteezy going for King's Tomb and didn't get it.
It doesn't look like he landed on the right pixel for what he was going for.
Yeah. Is that King's Tomb project? I can't remember.
I don't think it's actually in logic yet.
Well, there won't be a glove inside King's Tomb. Oh, actually, I guess there could be, because you could still mirror in there with one glove. Or with Darkwood.
Yeah, it's in logic from Boots, and the glove. Boots in the mirror, you could get behind King's Tomb very easily. Looks like he's having a bit of trouble getting the positioning he wants for that King's Tomb hop. Yeah, for that one, there's an easy way to get there if you do the Graveyard Ledge clip and then Boots buffer up one frame, which is 2 pixels. Then you can dash straight right, and that puts you on the correct pixel to do what he was trying to do there and lift that rock up. Weird furry. What Benteezy has done there is he's wrapped the screen down a couple of times and placing the portal there puts it where his global position is, which is right about where the entrance to the Pyramid Fairy Cave is.
And he's forgotten to fix the camera, which means that those sprites don't interact with him, which means that he couldn't death warp. So he's got to go into the old man cave there, so that the camera fixes, so that he can then take a death. And the reason he's doing this instead is because that will preserve his mirror portal, which will allow him to get into the Pyramid Fairy.
And if he placed the portal right, he'll also be able to exit out from the Pyramid Fairy and continue around to the pyramid check itself. Oh, there's Butter Sword at least.
Yeah, that is a vanilla Butter Sword. No progression, though.
And that
the Ice Rod is in Skull Woods. Yeah. Ice Rod's in the front of Skull Woods.
Yeah, Benteezy had to place the mirror portal more to the right if he wanted to be able to exit out. Oh, I think he's slowly working his way out. Oh, that worked, but it was pretty slow.
So, both players are looking for a glove, and Benteezy also looking for that bow, which is in Desert Palace, and Osi looking for that Ice Rod, which is in Skull Woods. So, it's kind of hard to really say who might have the advantage here. Benteezy has already cleared out Turtle Rock, but Osi, on the other hand, is about to have cleared out Pod. This is, of course, Benteezy also has not the top of Gansara yet. So that is one advantage OC has.
Yeah, I feel like Benteezy is behind a little bit on dungeons, but depending on where the items are and who finds their go mode items first, that could not make too big of a difference.
Yeah, this This is still absolutely anyone's race. If one player finds a glove or finds their go mode items first, then they're going to have the big advantage. And Benteezy now going to head into the mire area.
And he will be able to full clear mire while he's here if he chooses to do so. And then hopefully clear out the rest of the desert, which will get him that bow.
Now, if he's lucky, he'll do desert first, so he'll have the bow for the Vitreous fight. Although Vitreous on Butter Sword is not too hard either way. And it looks like he is going to go into the desert first. Mostly meanwhile now making his way to the back of pod, which has most of the items in this dungeon.
Yeah, key logic guarantees that there's a bunch of keys up at the front of pod, unless you're on key sanity. There's that bow for Benteezy. I think maybe he got a bit ahead of himself mirroring there, because he has to go to the east end to open the door with the two chests behind it.
Mostly now checking out the dark maze, so we may not be able to see what the items in here are since he was unable to pick up that lamp off Zora's ledge earlier. You can use the Bombos medallion to clear out some of those enemies, make it a little bit easier to get through here. And gets a heart piece.
And Benteezy's a really good position to clear mire, so he's going to go for it.
Yeah, with no glove, I mean, he could clear desert first to get that magic and health refill, but decides he wants to just do mire first. Maybe he doesn't know the quick clip to get into the back of desert. Oh right, if you cleared desert, but he could mirror in between those rocks. I was gonna say if he cleared desert, he would be stuck in those rocks. But if he just mirrored in between where those rocks are, he'd have that mirror portal. Either way, it doesn't really matter too much. He's got Butter Sword, Blue Mail, he's got a cape, he's got plenty of safeties anyway, so shouldn't be too big a deal.
Yeah, it's pretty much a matter of preference which he does first here. Oh, there's the glove.
And there's a glove.
Nice. Benteezy.
And 58 minutes, Benteezy is in go mode.
Yeah.
So, question is, when will he get to mire, or will he find a glove before he gets to mire? And he's going independent Eastern. So this is potentially going to be some time loss for OC.
Thankfully, checking only the front at least isn't too slow, but the longer he goes without getting that ice rod and glove and mire, the more he's going to be checking spots he doesn't need.
Yeah, I do believe he got that hint that there's nothing on the green pendant. So if he gets all three items in the front, he's probably not going to bother with Armos.
Benteezy, the big key being in the vanilla spot. And it paid off. Go mode mire isn't too much different from a full clear mire, depending on RNG. If you're lucky, it can be in one of the first two chests, and then it's nice and smooth, but otherwise you're going to be covering a lot of the dungeon. Oh, and we get to see some Mire Dark Room strats from Benteezy.
Yeah, we got simultaneous dark rooms going on.
Yeah, much easier ones on the right though.
So, if OC gets to Skull Woods and then Mire in short order, this is going to be a close race. But the longer he spends doing pendant dungeons and overworld checks, the more Benteezy is just going to get ahead.
Yeah, and if he checks other dungeons than those two first, he'll end up unnecessarily full clearing them.
And oh no, OC's going to go for Armos.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's possible the other glove is here, but it's not very likely. And this is most likely just going to be more time that OC is going to lose.
Yeah, if Armos has gloves, it's not too bad because then he'll just end up go moding Mire. Although that won't really make a difference because the gloves are right in one of the first checks.
Yeah, and plus he's still looking for that ice rod. And there's a useless ether medallion on Vitreous. And gets a bottle off Armos, so Eastern Palace a complete bust.
Absolutely nothing he needed in there.
And Benteezy now gonna just quickly finish off Desert, and that'll be crystal number 4. And it looks like OC's going to go turn in that green pendant, so maybe he didn't get that hint. I thought it was him that got that hint, but maybe it was Benteezy. Oh no, he hasn't checked the back of Sahasra.
Oh, yeah. Pretty late, Sahasra's closet check.
Yeah, this is normally a check you see in the first minute, not in the first hour. One of the gloves is in Misery Mire.
Oh, he's doing
we don't know where the other one is.
He's doing a clip up to the witches from the Eastern Palace area.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually. Is he gonna go grab that lamp? Oh, he got the flippers somewhere. I did not see where he got that, but that'll make it easier to grab that lamp, I guess. Ah, flippers room pod. Thanks, Sammy.
Yeah, I don't think unless he's really bad at dark rooms, and it didn't seem like he was. I don't think the lamp will save him too much time.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be kind of helpful in Mire and Turtle Rock, but it really, I don't know if it's really worth the time to come up here and get it.
Yeah, it's a weird choice this late in.
Oh, he's going to do Zora DMA here, so I guess he won't decided to pick that up on his way. Looks like he's probably going to go up to Turtle Rock with this. And that could be very bad because he's not going to find that ice rod in Turtle Rock.
Yep.
And
He's going to
a mirror wrap into Ice Palace. This not in logic, but he's in go mode, so he doesn't really care. He just wants to get Ice Palace done.
and he'll be getting it done. Oh, I say no. Oh yeah, he's doing a wrap to Skullwoods. That's actually not too bad because got the
Okay,
ice rod there.
this is very good for him. So he'll get that ice rod out of Skull Woods. Yeah, this is a clip I kind of want to learn. It's really looks cool.
Yeah, map wraps are fun and kind of dangerous too, but he did it fine.
Okay, so this is good for OC. He'll get the ice rod out of the front of Skull Woods, and then you never know. Maybe he'll find that other glove somewhere.
Yeah, so this definitely increases the hope of this race staying on par. He will be able to do go mode Turtle Rock, which Benteezy didn't get to do. As long as he doesn't go to Turtle Rock right after this.
Yeah.
But routing down to Meyer from here would be the obvious way to go, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's got Mire and Desert. He needs to clear 2 crystals, so I don't see why he wouldn't go straight there after. He may do a couple of overworld checks on the way that he hasn't done yet, but that wouldn't be a big time loss.
It's we've seen so far this race, when you normally don't even see any.
Alright, Benteezy on to Cold Stare. With half magic, 5 rod butter sword, this should be a pretty trivial fight. Just has to, yeah, it gets it done really quick. Nice fight there.
Butter makes it really easy to get it in the corner and just kill it with slashes.
And there's that ice rod for OC, so he is now just looking for a glove.
So they're on very different routes at this point, but it still could be anybody's game.
Yeah, this is it's looking to be a close race, I would say. Assuming, of course, OC gets to Misery Mire soon for that glove. If he detours and goes somewhere else, then he's going to start losing time. Benteezy now heading up again to Skull Woods, I assume here. Gonna just go in the the NMG way. Probably the fastest way to go, I guess.
Yep, fortunately, no.
OC.
Yeah, he's going around for Graveyard Legend King's Tomb.
Okay, well, unless he finds that second glove somewhere, he's gonna start losing time.
Well, we know the gloves in Misery Mire are in one of the first 2 checks everybody makes, so he's pretty much losing time no matter whether or not he gets another glove.
Yeah, that's true. Although if he does end up with Titan's Mitts, it means he won't have to bother with any fancy shenanigans again. Not in Kingston.
And from here, it kind of looks like he might be going for a Total Rock, which is not
Yeah.
good for him.
I mean, it makes sense from his perspective, but definitely not what he needs to be doing.
Yeah, he's thinking Total Rock has the density he needs, but it just doesn't have the item he needs to be in go mode.
A very quick moth fight on Benteezy's end. Almost saving Quid before collecting a crystal. But,
Oh, he's doing the mirror wrap to the laser bridge.
yeah, this is not in logic, but it's a nice shortcut. And Benteezy now going to go for Gan's Tower into Pod. And yeah, I think that's a really nice reading from him, because then he can just run straight back from Pod to go meet Ganon. So with Silvers and Buttersword, this should be pretty easy Gan's Tower ascent.
Yep.
Do you remember where the big key in Pod was?
No, I wasn't paying that close attention to what was going on at Pod at the I think it had to be in either the dark basement or maybe the harmless hallway room, because I do remember Wesley didn't do the bomb jump, and he didn't have the big key at the time.
Alright, well, just judging by the dungeons completed, so Benteezy is making his way through Gan's Tower. He should be done here. I would just give it maybe 3-4 minutes. Pod will take him 3 or 4 minutes. Throw in another minute or so of travel time, and he should be at Ganon in probably less than 10 minutes from now. Oase, meanwhile, has to do Mire, Turtle Rock, Ice Palace, and Desert Palace. I just don't think he's going to be able to do that in 10 minutes. So this is really looking like Benteezy's race to lose at this point. But it's not over. Not over till it's over.
Yeah, he made some reasonable decisions from the information he has, but unfortunately they just weren't right on this seed, which is kind of the nature of Randomizer. Oh yeah, he's done some really cool glitches. like seeing map perhaps used effectively.
That is one of the nice things I like about Overworld glitches. A lot of the seeds are kind of there's a big luck aspect to it. You rarely have linear seeds, so it's kind of like anyone can really win as long as you can do most of the glitches. If you're an expert at glitches, it'll definitely help, but again, with that sort of scavenger hunt aspect you end up with, there's a lot of luck that goes into it, and I think that just makes it a lot more interesting, in my opinion. Alright, Benteezy done with Moldon 2. Now heading up to Aga 2. OC finishing off Trinex here.
Nice Trinex kill. Oh, getting a triple on Aga 2 for Benteezy, that's very nice.
Yeah, not as much luck on that pattern, but still just needs 2 more shots. And he gets one there. Alright, Aga 2 down, so he just has to run over to Pod, find that big key, and go straight to Helmosaur. OC, meanwhile, gonna check out the rest of Turtle Rock, unfortunately. Or I guess he just had the big chest left.
Yep. Nice little trick there, just bonking straight over the Ganon pit instead of walking around it.
Use a little super speed dash, just save a little bit extra time. Overall, this has been a really nice seed. Benteezy is looking at, I would say, definitely a sub 125. So, very nice time.
Yeah, the seed paid off very well with his choices.
So you're gonna check the dig spot on his way, I assume on his way towards Desert Palace. Gets a book. That might even distract him a little more because he'll probably go check that Bombos tablet.
Yeah.
And this is kind of unfortunate for Osi because he's not going to be able to get into Mire easily from here. Gonna use a little nice little cliff jump. That's actually, for some reason, like a lot of runners don't seem to know that trick, and I didn't really know it. It's a really easy clip to do.
Yeah,
definitely a nice time save.
A lot of little speed clips here and there that not everybody knows.
Benteezy now into the back. Gonna go face Helmosaur. Just gotta make sure he doesn't waste too many arrows. Wants to save at minimum 4 for Ganon. Although maybe a couple extra would be nice just in case he misses a shot or two. And OC with a nice one cycle on Lambo.
A little bit of trouble using the blue boomerang for that switch.
Yeah, these rooms are not that easy in the dark, although this room at least has torches you can light to see what you're doing. I'm also going to save and quit out of desert, so let's see where it goes from here. Going into... No, he's coming down. Okay, he's using this clip just to get back into the Dark World since he still doesn't have gloves. We're just going to check Pyramid Ferry. And Benteezy getting Helmet Sword down, not even using any arrows. With a Butter Sword, just a couple slashes. It's probably even faster than using arrows anyway. Oh, OC... That is an interesting Death Mountain descent. Haven't seen that one before.
Oh, so going for hammer pegs?
I think he's going to check Pyramid Ferry.
Oh no, yeah, this isn't the Dark World. Yeah, this is a setup I've seen in a video from Super Scudge to get to the Pyramid Ferry.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one before. It's kind of neat. But unfortunately, it's going to be a little too late. Benteezy is going to be at Ganon in less than a minute here.
Yeah, I thought he didn't quite do the exact Scudge route. I guess he wanted to fix the camera because the Scudge route does not fix the camera.
Alright, Benteezy dropping into the Ganon fight. We got Butter Sword, Blue Mail, plenty of hearts, Silver Arrows. This should be a quick fight.
Oh, now Wes is going for the Hammer Pegs cave through the moat.
Yeah, I assume he's going to route this in, probably then go to Mire.
I'm not sure he can get out of here without mitts.
Oh. That's a good point. Benteezy, though, already on to phase 3. There's one Silver Arrow. Doesn't get the torch glitch, but who really cares? There's 2 Silver Arrows. And there's the last one.
124-ish. GG Benteezy.
Yeah, get your GGs in chat as soon as he crosses this bridge. And Benteezy has won with a time of 1 hour, 24 minutes, and 2 seconds. GG's, really well played. A very nice seed. And yeah, we'll see if he wants to join us for an interview. OC, meanwhile, gonna finish the seed off. So, oh, there's Benteezy. GG's.
Hi.
So that was a pretty quick seed. What did you think?
I'm really lucky there was a glove in Mire because I forgot I needed one in ice.
Oh no.
Oh,
I was like, oh crap, that's the bow, let's go mode. Just started
Yeah.
running through the game. First chest I opened in Mire is a glove thing, thankfully.
Yeah, OC, unfortunately still looking for that glove. Yeah, this was looking like a really close race throughout most of it. Unfortunately, OC has put off Meyer for quite a while, so still looking for that glove. He's
yeah.
just now going to Meyer, actually. But yeah,
I was gonna do Desert and Mire together regardless. But I
yeah,
was like, I had to do like a bunch of mirrors to get into Lamo and then get out to go back to Mire. So I was like, I'm just gonna do Mire first because I don't want to have to. Because if you mirror too close to the wall or to the rocks, then you bonk a bunch. And I was like, I don't want to risk that. I'll just do Mire first and then go to Landmo, and then I'll just save and quit after Landmo, and I don't have to worry about getting back out of my portal.
alright.
But it worked out because there was a glove.
Yes, so
I didn't even mark it on my tracker.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that I needed it. I was like, and then... oh man.
Yeah, we so I guess at one point, so you skipped desert early. Is that a routing? Is that normally how you route, or did you decide to do that for some particular reason this seed?
So without the glove, like you have to either know the clip from below with the bomb, or whatever clip you can use from below, or go from. And I didn't want to like leave checkerboard, K45, and potentially an item in desert if it's fire lock on Lammo. So I was just like, I'm not gonna go to desert yet. I'll leave all of that and do it together later when I have a. This is the longest I've ever gone without a glove. This was technically glove go mode.
Yeah.
Like so I just thought I'd get a glove at some point. And I would do checkerboard, Lammo, and all that stuff.
So that was kind of just a decision you made on the fly.
Yeah, I didn't want to leave like loose squares over there, specifically checkerboard, potentially Landmo with fire, because I knew it was a crystal, so I have to beat it anyway. So
makes sense.
And at that point, I didn't know what my third pendant was. So if Myers like a crystal, then I have to go over there anyway. So
yeah. Well, so
I was really scared that skipping the flute was gonna backfire, because I had to save and quit like 30 times, and then the way I went to pod at the end was actually slower than just going normally. Like if I had just after Skull just gone and did pod, and then done GT, like I think that's faster than walking to and from pod, as opposed to just so.
No, I thought that was like, nice routing.
I was like, I don't want to like walk all the way there and then have to mirror twice or whatever. I was like, whatever. Mirroring is slow, TLDR.
Try to avoid it OC did pick up that flute, but I don't think he's ever activated it.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
But for a good portion of this seed, basically you were both looking for the glove for quite a while, and then you were looking for the bow because you'd skipped desert, and OC was looking for the ice rod because he had skipped Skull Woods. So it was really kind of looking like a close race. It was really too close to call, but you went to desert first, got that bow, and then went to Mire, whereas OC put off Mire. OC had already done desert, so he put off Mire for quite a while, and so just never found that glove till too late. So that was kind of the story. He is in Mire now, has found that glove, he's in go mode. So he just he's already done GT, so he just has to finish off Mire, run over to Ice Palace, and then go defeat Ganon. Yeah, so shouldn't be too much longer for him.
He armed spooky action there, and he didn't seem to know the right spot for the first room, but he got it on the second one, which is nice to see.
Yeah, that's kind of the rarely seen fluteless spooky action glitch. I don't even know that setup. Maybe might be worth learning.
You toss a Samaria block in a pit and then just fire a rod at different spots.
Movie. It looked like you kind of wasted more time than just blowing up the wall. Where were flippers?
Yeah. Sorry?
He got flippers
were in
and
EP.
lamp.
The
I didn't
flippers
get
were in pod.
asked where.
The lamp was on Zora Ledge.
No, I knew where the lamp
Okay.
was, but I didn't want to go arm double water walk to get it, so I left it there.
Yeah, Osi got the flippers out of pod and then decided to go grab the lamp afterwards on his way to do... He did a Zora DMA into a map wrap over to Skull Woods. That was kind of convoluted, but I guess it allowed him to grab the lamp on the way. I don't know if that was actually faster than just save and quitting.
At least.
It was fun to watch for sure. But I don't know if it was actually faster than just save and quit and do a Death Mountain descent. We'll see now. Gonna do the Ice Palace map wrap.
Mirror wrap, rather.
Or mirror wrap, rather, yeah.
Ooh. Getting in the wrong spot there a bit.
But yeah, that was a fun seed. I played really, really bad, like execution-wise, compared to yesterday or Wednesday. But
I mean, anytime you finish sub 125 is pretty good seed.
I probably could have saved about like 5 minutes. I did double dip TR with a death, and I guess double dipping GT kind of helped me because I had Bombus when I got to Mire, as opposed to having the bow when I got to GT.
Yeah.
Because I might have avoided Mire. I don't know. It's a crystal. Maybe I would. I don't know. 128. That's my lowest so far this tournament.
Yeah. So also gonna finish out the seed because this tournament does use a tiebreaker system where the time that you lose by is counted. So OC still wants to finish the seed as quickly as possible, just to make sure he gets as many tiebreaker points as he can. So he's about halfway through Ice Palace now. So we're going to finish that off and then just run right over to the pyramid. So he should be done in, I'd say, 5-6 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, not too far behind that he'd consider forfeiting.
Yeah. But yeah, this was really, like I was saying before, this was just kind of one of those seeds where it's basically just whoever finds items first wins, kind of a scavenger hunt sort of seed. Now, luckily, it seems like... Sorry?
Isn't that all seeds? Whoever finds the items first wins.
Yeah, but I mean, some seeds are just very linear, where it's kind of like the items just fall in your path, and then it comes down to execution. But this wasn't really that. This was just.
I don't know. I think this is pretty execution. I didn't step foot in a pendant dungeon. None of the pendants were required. This is pretty straightforward.
That's true.
Just go to all the crystals, and you win the.
OC did full clear Eastern Palace, unfortunately, which was a fairly large time loss for him.
That pod was perfect. It was so good.
Yeah, OC also full cleared pod.
Yeah, putting Misery Mire and Desert off as long as he did made him do more full clears than he otherwise would have. Before he went to full clear Torwalk, I was still talking about how if he went to Misery Mire, he could have possibly still been in the running.
Oh no!
Going for
OC taking a death to Cold Stare.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not fun. And I don't know.
No.
OC, you can't do this.
Yeah.
Okay, OC's just
forfeit.
Yeah, this is a not a allowed glitch. So he's just he's just a little
in our last
frustrated.
race too.
Forfeiting in a fun way,
Yeah,
showing off
it's fun to
major
watch. But,
glitches.
yeah,
Indoor major glitches definitely aren't allowed in this tournament. So that's why we haven't seen anything like that before here.
Well, you
yeah.
might have seen it on Wednesday if you watched our first game, because he did it
Oh.
in that one too. But I'm gonna go. I've been up for a long time. Well,
All right.
today. So
Yeah.
GG's.
Well,
I'll tell.
GG's. Congrats on the win, and yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for
Thanks for
running.
commentating. It was good showing. I hope. Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah. Good night.
Right.
All right. Well, so OC's run is now not legal, but we're gonna watch it. So he's just gonna run down, take care of Cold Stare, and I guess go do Ganon, and then probably type in a dot forfeit.
Doing some ice hammering. Usually I see people go for swords if they've got it. So that's a nice little change.
I wonder if he has any potions. Maybe he'll show us one of those. He does a powder dash. That's a fun one. He's just gonna go in the boring way. I was hoping he would do one of those funny YBA tricks to get into Cold Stare without lifting up the rock, but he just wants to get this over with.
Yeah. Not sure if he knows any or knows many door glitches.
Well, if he knows that bomb clip, I would guess he's probably familiar with YBAs as well.
Yeah, the bomb clip is, or just an other form of clip there is in logic for major glitches, so maybe he does that. But door glitches aren't allowed in major glitches, so not sure how many of those he knows.
Yeah, I don't really ever see people playing them major glitches category. It seems to be pretty rare.
Yeah, other than those the handful of indoor clips, all the other stuff in major glitches is legal in overworld glitches, even if it's not in logic. So it's not too big of a difference.
Yeah, but any major glitches in a dungeon definitely are prohibited. And what's OC gonna do here? He's gonna grab the... Oh? I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, not quite sure what the point of that was. Maybe he was considering bringing the remedy against
Bringing
it.
the red with him. Can you bring the red bomb into Ganon? Like, will it still follow you around while you're fighting Ganon?
I have never tried, but I
That'd be
guess
funny.
not.
Because I've definitely seen players bring the blacksmith into Ganon. That's always kind of funny to watch, but
Oh yeah,
I don't know if the red bomb would work.
the blacksmith will happily follow you around into indoor areas.
Also using some nice dash strats.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of cool tricks and good execution from him tonight. Just unfortunately, the routing wasn't in his favor. Getting in a swordless or a silverless spin there. Interesting choice.
That's a double there. Oh, and Rhiannon is finished. Well, get your GG's in chat for Osi, whose his official SR all time is 1 hour 40 minutes 18 seconds. Although, given that he used a prohibited glitch to finish the race, I imagine that'll be changed to a DQ eventually.
Yeah.
We'll see if he wants to join us for a quick little interview. So while we're waiting for OC, I'd just like to give a shout out to these runners, Benteezy and oase28. I've put their links there in chat, so give them a follow. They're both very talented runners. And I also want to shout out to our tracker, Sammy Mess, as well as my co-commentator, Shku. Am I saying that right?
That's fine.
Yeah. And I am at him, so why not? OC looks like did not respond, so it looks like it may not be joining us. So I'm just going to assume OC just quit out of IRC without a response, so I'm just going to assume he's not going to join us. So I think that'll do it for us then. Did you have any final thoughts you wanted to get in, Shku?
It was unfortunate how things turned out for us. Putting off Maya for so long, even though it was reasonable, didn't really pay off for him. And at least he got to show us some really fun to see glitches this seed with those map wraps and that bomb clip that was basically a forfeit.
Yeah.
So even with the
Well, so that'll do it for us tonight. I'm just going to take a quick peek. I believe there's... okay, so there are 2 matches on the schedule tomorrow. We got Thalane versus Baliame at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then Spleeby versus myself. That'll be at 10 p.m. Eastern. And there's another 4 matches scheduled for Sunday. So I'll just type in the OWG command. There's a link to the schedule there, so you can see when all the matches are going to be. We don't know which matches will have restreams, but just keep an eye out on the schedule. We'll keep that updated once those matches are decided for a restream. Yeah, that'll do it for us. So have a great evening, everyone. I've been Etium, and Shku, I'll leave the last word for you.
And I've been Shkushku, and thanks everyone for watching.